Yo, what is up, guys? Today is January 9th. I'm about to go to bed, 7:30. Um, but I felt really compelled to make this video because it's something that I've been thinking about today. And it's 2019, 2 days ago, the Ethereum Classic, the Ethereum Classic blockchain was 51% attacked. And the reports came out that there was some suspicious activity on the blockchain. At first, the ETC cooperative and some other sources, looked at it, or they said they looked at it, and they said that nothing was wrong with the chain. And then, as time went on, they later, you know, reevaluated that first assessment, and they admitted that the chain had been attacked. There was a 51% attack, which, for those people who don't know, this is whenever you take 50% of the mining power, and this allows you to control the blocks and double spend gas or ether, whatever you want to call it. And apparently, this took place with some blocks being double, or some ETH being double spent at an exchange. And I wanted to talk about this today, and I want to preface this video by saying, first of all, I don't believe that anyone should be buying Ethereum or Ethereum Classic. Ethereum Classic, you shouldn't. The only crypto asset that anyone should be buying is Bitcoin. I don't believe that these smart contract platforms are not proven, right? Like, Bitcoin has been around for 10 years and it's proven itself as a robust store of value, and it is the strongest proof of work chain. And I just wanted to make this video because after I learned about this attack on Ethereum Classic, I went and looked at the price of Ethereum Classic, and I realized that the price was still hovering around $5. One would think that a 51% attack, an attack really of any sort, would be enough to tank the price, maybe even kill the chain entirely. That's kind of what I actually thought was going to happen, but that didn't happen. And I started wondering why this is. And I think that this hasn't happened for a couple of reasons that I want to make sort of the point of this video today. I think the first is that there is a real community here, right? Like, those people who don't know the history of Ethereum Classic, it is kind of the Ethereum Classic is the group of people who wanted to stick to the principle of immutability after the DAO hack that took place. And I think it's important to remember that Ethereum's only like 4 years old, right? I'm pretty sure that the Ethereum project launched in 2015, and here it is 2019. So the chain's not even more than 5 years old. It's a very, very infant chain. It's not as secure. By design, it's not as secure because it can do more things. It's Turing complete language allows it to do more than Bitcoin can, and I think that it's also no surprise. It should be no surprise to anyone that Ethereum doesn't have the same hashing power to protect it as Bitcoin. And I think that it's important to keep in mind that it doesn't, so early in the project, it doesn't need to have as much protection as, say, something like Bitcoin does. And also, being that the chain was launched so much prior to Bitcoin, I think that it's unreasonable to expect that any chain will ever have as much hashing power as Bitcoin. There will never be a chain that is as secure as Bitcoin's. And so, to this end, as we are in this era of basically, how do I describe it? An era in which there's a lot of ambiguity around blockchain, number one, but there's a technological race for a smart contract dominant blockchain, right? And Ethereum Classic is definitely in that competition. And I don't think that this 51% attack knocks them out of the competition. I think the fact that the price has steadied and stayed constant shows that there is a lot of staying power with this chain. I think that the community's ability to learn from this attack, and hopefully they start moving in the direction of supporting ASICs, right? And realizing that ASIC miners only keep your chain more secure. Um, yeah, I think that's really some of the thoughts that I had. I don't know if there's too much more I can add. I want to just encourage that community during this time to keep building and fighting. Again, this is not investment advice. I don't suggest anyone go invest in Ethereum Classic. I think the only thing that people should be buying is Bitcoin, and all other crypto asset investments should be measured against Bitcoin, um, with after one has a very thorough understanding of the investment thesis of Bitcoin. Uh, that being said, I still think that I don't think this 51% attack keeps Ethereum Classic out of the race. I think that if they're able to stay committed to their principles of immutability and decentralization, and I know right now they're going through some debates about block size. Basically, they're going through the same debates that Bitcoin went through, and hopefully they can learn from Bitcoin and continue to learn from the dominant chain. And I have inclination. I could be wrong, but maybe there will be some sort of smart. No, I'm not really even going to go down that route. Yes, that's all for the video today. It's a lot longer than I thought. I'm going to bed. I'm really tired. Good night. Thank you for watching. Peace.